This is Healthcare Bill Part number 69, and it says transfer to, now we're still on page 59, mind you, okay? We're still on the same page. It says transfer to the Secretary of the Treasury a list of the individuals who are issued a certification under subparagraph H, including the name and taxpayer identification number of each individual. Now, what is this taxpayer identification number? Well, that's your Social Security number. Okay, so they're going to send your name and your Social Security number to the Secretary of the Treasury. The name and taxpayer identification number of each individual who was an employee of an employer but who was determined to be eligible for the premium tax credit under Section 36B of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. All right? Now, you're an employee, somebody is employing you, okay, but you were determined to be eligible for a tax credit. Now, this is the tax credit they were talking about when they said, okay, if this insurance was going to cost you more than, say, 8 or 9% of your income, then what they were going to do is they were going to give you a tax credit to pay for the rest. Okay? Now then, here are the reasons why you would be eligible for the tax credit. The employer did not provide minimum essential coverage. Okay? So the employer provided you health insurance, but it didn't cover everything, and it wasn't authorized by the Affordable Care Act. So you had to go out to the exchange and buy your own insurance. Okay? The employer provided such minimum essential coverage, but it was determined under Section 36B(c)(2)(c) of such code to either be unaffordable to the employee or not provide the required minimum actuarial value. In other words, he provided the minimum coverage, but the premiums were so high that you had to go out to the exchange to get your insurance. Okay? Now, you say, what about this 36B(c)(2)(c)? Well, I found Section 36B of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, and I'm going to show that to you in just a second. All right. Now, number 3, the name and taxpayer identification number of each individual who notifies the exchange under Section 1411B(4) that they have changed employers, and of each individual who ceases coverage under a qualified health plan during a plan year, and the effective date of such cessation. In other words, you lost your job, and because of it, you lost your health insurance. Provide to each employer the name of each employee of the employer described in subparagraph 1(2) who ceases coverage under a qualified health plan during a plan year and the effective date of such cessation. And establish the navigator program decided to subscribe. Whoa. Okay. Whatever this navigator program is. But we're going to talk about that in just a second. All right. Now then, what about Section 36B? Now, this is Section 36B of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986. And this says refundable credit for coverage under a qualified health plan. In the case of an applicable taxpayer, there shall be allowed as a credit against the tax imposed by this subtitle for any taxable year an amount equal to the premium assistance credit amount of the taxpayer for that taxable year. As if anybody understands what that actually says. I'm going to try to break this down to you. So you're having a tax imposed on you. Now you're going to get this credit back. Okay? Now, we're going to be talking about the premium assistance credit. And you're going to have a credit that's going to be equal to this premium assisted credit. What is the premium assisted credit amount? The term premium assistance credit amount means, with respect to any taxable year, the sum of the premium assisted amounts determined under paragraph 2 with respect to all coverage months of the taxpayer occurring during the taxable year. Whew, as if anybody understands that. So now we have to go to paragraph 2. Premium assistance amount. We're getting closer. Okay. Here it is. The premium assistance amount determined under this subsection with respect to any coverage month is the amount equal to the lesser of two things. The monthly premiums for such month for one or more qualified health plans offered in an individual market within the state which covers the taxpayer's spouse, or any dependent as defined in Section 152 of the taxpayer which we were enrolled in through an exchange established by the state under 1311 of the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, or the excess, if any, of the adjusted monthly... Boy, I have to read this. Oh! Whoa! That was not tight enough. There we go. That's the glory of a tutorial here. The excess, if any, of the adjusted monthly premium for such month for the applicable second lowest cost silver plan with respect to the taxpayer over an amount equal to 1/12 of the product of the applicable percentage and the taxpayer's household income for the taxable year. Yeah, like anybody understands that. If you guys figured this one out, by all means leave a comment down here below and we'll talk about it. Alright, other terms and rules relating to premium assistance amounts. For purposes of paragraph 2, applicable percentage in general, except as provided in clause 2, the applicable percentage of, and I'm going to show this to you. I want you to see this. There it is. Except as provided in clause 2, the applicable percentage for any taxable year shall be the percentage such that the applicable percentage for any taxpayer whose household income is within an income tier specified in the following table shall increase on a sliding scale in a linear manner. Like anybody has done a sliding scale in a linear manner. From the initial premium percentage to the final premium percentage specified in such table for such income tier. In the case of household income expressed as a percent of poverty line within the following income tier, up to 133%, the initial premium percentage is 2%, the final premium percentage is 2%, and so on and so forth. And hopefully I can get this close enough. There you go. You now see the chart. Now bear with me. Did you guys understand any of that? I hope so. If you did, leave a comment down here below or video response. I don't care, either one. Alright, you can even send me a video response. I'll put a link in the description and everybody can go see it. Do you see what I'm talking about here? I mean, we found the information. Deciphering is a different story. Hopefully I can eventually decipher this for you, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll do my best to decipher this for you. Alright, that concludes this video for today. I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.